Hey everybody, crew at Blind Wave back. I'm Aaron.
I'm Shane.
Where are we?
What?
I'm Eric.
Shit, where the fuck are we?
We're Blind Wave HQ.
They say HQ.
It ain't shit. This is the Twitch studio.
This is where I stream.
This is the streaming studio.
My streaming place.
Cabin in the woods.
Aaron had all the equipment over here, and I'm like, I don't want to go all the way back and then have to bring it all the way back. Let's just do it here. And it worked out. I like it.
So here.
Yeah.
We're here.
I think it's cozier than
Gaming
your fucking
stuff.
place, honestly. Yeah,
Things
probably.
everywhere. We don't have. There's not much stuff here.
No. There's some stuff.
Some stuff.
Very homey.
Homie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of homie, if you guys hear like kids running around upstairs, that
They
happens.
should all be going to bed, so hopefully
They
it won't be
should.
too much.
Rebels.
Star Wars.
We're gonna be doing Rebels,
Yep.
episode 2 of season 3.
Mhm.
Yeah. Last time. Well, I mean, did Ezra come back? I mean, he wasn't necessarily dark side, but he apologized to Kane. I kind of thought that kind of like wrapped itself up a little
Kane
bit.
said, "I always come back for you."
Yeah. I don't think we're gonna be done with Ezra flirting with the dark side at all.
Absolutely not.
But
we haven't
I
even
liked,
seen Maul yet.
I like the idea of him like apologizing already. You know, we can kind of, I don't know.
We saw the Jedi, no, not the Jedi bendu, but the bendu.
The bendu.
The
Yeah.
Bendu.
He has
the one in the middle.
who has the holocron. Ezra asked for the holocron really quick too, but I wonder if that's going to be like a thing. Is he like not addicted to it, but does he have some kind of pull to that thing, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe. Someone I saw in comments too was mentioning how when they were saving more of the Lasat during that one time when they were traveling and everything, people were saying in the comments that they mentioned about Ashley.
Yeah, they said the Ashla, which is like that's like another word for the light side of the Force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With like the moons and everything.
And then
That was
there's
the moon, right?
Bogan. Yeah, well, the original Tython, I think, is the original planet that the Jedi like started on,
And they had two
their
moons.
moons is Ashla and Bogan, and they would actually send people that would fall into darkness
To the moon.
to Bogan. The moon is like a prison planet.
So did they send people in the light
Was
side?
like a country
Just
club
no.
there or what?
No,
country
no, there's
club?
there's like a prison there.
Like thorns and thistles.
And they like throw them in there.
Men
And
in
that's
Black-
all from like the really. There's a couple comics set in that.
It's like Men
it's
in-
not canon anymore.
It's like Men in Black 3.
Kinda. Yeah, yeah.
Have you seen Men in Black 3?
Yeah, it's great. That's actually a damn good. I like it
Yeah,
a
I
lot
know,
more
but
than
they
Black
have
too.
a prison on the moon for aliens and that
Yeah.
guy escapes.
Forgot about that. There needs to be a fourth one. The way it ended.
Yeah, right?
I heard there was one coming out with 21 Jump Street.
Jump Street and Men in Black, yeah.
Then Jonah Hill said it's probably not gonna happen, but that would be
That's
great.
probably,
No.
No,
we'll
I
see.
think
I
that'd be
don't-
cool.
I don't know what that.
2120 Jump Street's awesome.
Rebels.
but Whatever.
So
Thrawn.
of course, yeah. Grand Admiral Thrawn. He let them
That's
go
cool.
so that he could get the bigger
Yeah.
prize later. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. He threw back the little fish.
And we didn't even talk about this either. But who's Sideburns guy?
Callus.
Callus last episode when Thrawn was introduced. He said something about Thrawn have something to have to do with casualties, right? We know that Callus was involved with the Lasat casualties, like killing them all and stuff like that. But then we learned last season how he really felt about it. It seemed like so he already has that. He meets Thrawn, and I wonder if we're gonna get like more redemption with Callus.
Maybe. I'm
You know?
interested on what Thrawn's, like, more of his backstory. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Mhm.
Because he's... The way he is now, and like what they have from like the books, that's not true anymore.
Yeah.
If they took any more of that, or if he's just been someone in there.
Sure.
Because we never saw him in Clone Wars, you know.
Yep.
No, we did not.
So I want to know his backstory.
I do too. I want to learn a lot more things. The only way to do that is to watch the episode Shane gently, because this is a different mouse. This is not the button. Hit this stranger so we can start. Okay, last poll was which Star Wars Rebels season premiere is your favorite? We had 34 total votes. I don't want to say that. I'll just say. All right. So 8% said season 1. 8% said season 3. And 82% said season 2, Siege of Lothal.
Because
The
it's
Introduction
Darth
of
Vader and
Vader.
stuff.
Who the
man.
fuck would fix? Yeah.
Season 1 was pretty good. Season 1 was introduced all
Season
the
1 had a good
characters and-
introduction to everything. And
It
We
was
had-
a
we
good
had-
introduction, but on a badass fucking.
We actually had Vader at the very end during the special edition of that.
You know
Yeah.
why? Because Lucas
And-
said, "Oh, you gotta have Vader," in there, and
Yeah.
they threw him in at the last minute.
and Obi-Wan.
And it had Obi-Wan as
Obi-Wan's
well.
in there.
Yeah. Yep.
So
But
good.
Nothing beats season 2, honestly. Season 3 very good, but I was so excited when the apprentice lives.
Oh, of course.
Oh shit!
You're not going to tell me what you did with the Sith Holocron, are you?
I told you it was safe.
But what if there are secrets we can learn from it that'll help us destroy
Ezra, ready?
Ezra, the secrets in that thing almost destroyed you.
Looks like it was attacked.
Oh man, it's one of the Republic cruisers.
Yeah.
Ugly ass things.
It's from the Old Republic, man.
It's been blasted up.
Be scared going on that thing.
Death Troopers!
Death Troopers. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Red Blade.
Maul.
After you.
Maul's the only one
He
left,
needs help.
other than Vader.
The ghost is in danger.
What Inquisitors?
They're all gone.
Are they?
Yeah.
Gotta warn Hera.
Kanan.
There's another Inquisitor after us. He knows where the ghost is.
Kanan.
It's Maul.
It's not an Inquisitor.
Shit.
What? Who is it?
Just an old friend. Master Jedi.
Man, he blinded him too.
Kanan, no.
Fine.
No.
That has Obi-Wan on it.
Boldness for a rendezvous. Don't You know all about Kanan Jarrus. Or should I use his real name? Caleb.
Whoa. That's from the, Kanan the Last Padawan.
Bendu, are you here?
I think he's gone.
Bendu, there's nothing here.
Oh, there he is.
He's not.
Snap.
He was.
Bendu. Yeah.
He's so threatening and so nice at the same time, isn't he?
Fucking never-ending story.
Yeah, I know. Like the rock monster.
It's kind of like the Dark Crystal a little bit. Jim Henson, you know?
Yeah.
Same guy did Yoda.
Yield power.
He can't open it.
I think a Rubik's Aaron be open that shit real quick.
Yeah, right.
Aaron's an unbelievable Rubik's Cube solver.
Yeah. Let's make
He literally is. I can admit he's good at something.
Ready? Gets the engine room.
You can hear that
Maul
shit.
can't hear that?
Yeah.
Guess not. Where is he? Just
would-
sitting there
he would-
focusing on his Rubik's Cube?
Yeah.
He would send something, wouldn't he?
Magnetize.
Magnetize. Oh, because his metal legs.
How did they know that?
They met him before.
Yeah, but not. They didn't meet him. Did they?
Yeah,
Point
yeah.
everything out.
The apprentices will rediscover their balance.
Huh.
Or perhaps they'll be eaten. Such is the way of things.
That is the way of things. Keep waiting for like a boulder to come down.
The last time that floated it through the air in the Force was when Vader was calling for it.
Don't be a threat. Go in peace.
Once a secret is known,
Uncle Ben.
it cannot be unknown.
You can unlearn what you learned though.
But you can't unknown what you have known.
You don't know.
You wanted it.
I know.
now You got it.
Ben
I
just
can't unknow.
Help us against Maul.
take beta blockers.
Oh, you were just trying to kill me.
First, you don't succeed.
Bitch.
Try again.
Oh, it's a lock? Can't breathe when that happens? You blind in space?
Stay calm, right? Use the Force.
That's a big fighter.
He'll start to get fucked up here in a minute.
Yeah, he is.
Getting cold.
There, he went to the shield. Shit.
Alright, well,
Go kill that asshole.
I like this right now because anyone could die.
Yeah.
They
I know.
could kill Maul, Maul could kill the crew.
I think Maul needs to fight Obi-Wan.
To my end. As for me, I seek something much simpler, yet equally elusive.
What's that?
Hope.
Hope.
Now, let us begin.
A new hope.
The only hope. Shit, why do you do this?
I mean, Ezra still wants that too.
Oh, maybe it's not. Okay.
All three at once. Oh.
Tell me what you see.
I see.
Damn it, what do they see?
Right! Where is he?
Oh.
Kanan.
In the land of the
Wait,
light.
can he
the
see
dark
right now?
man.
Can he see? Oh, shit! The Matrix!
Betty!
Wait, you see him?
That's kind of funny.
Destroying the Sith just a little farther.
I steal
Twin sons.
Tatooine!
Shit.
Trust me.
It is Luke.
Or is it Obi-Wan?
Maybe it's Obi-Wan.
What if theirs is the same?
That was sweet. I want those things. He's fucking out of there. He lives. He is looking for
gotta be
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan.
Yep.
What?
Hope.
I saw images, pieces of something that I can't make sense of. I don't know if it's what I wanted to see or what Maul was trying to see.
What were they?
Places mostly. Planets, some familiar, some not.
Sound like
I'm
Yoda.
not sure what they mean.
I'm sure we'll find out together.
Familiar places.
Shit.
All right. Wow. Could we see an Obi-Wan versus Maul in this series?
I think that for sure. Eventually,
I mean-
some kind of confrontation, if it's whatever it may be. I think it would probably be a fight, but
Yeah, I just remember that old, like, there was like an old animation. Right? I remember
Well, there's
seeing
that old
Oh,
Visionaries comic
Visionaries.
book. Yeah.
Well, I guess, okay.
It started as a
Maybe
comic
that's-
book.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Well,
That's what
that's
Maul-
Where he had robotic legs.
That's where they. It was actually. It was called Visionaries. It was episode 3 concept artists. They were asked by Dark Horse, "Hey, would you guys like to make little stories?" And they had this trade paperback of all these weird, non-canon stories from just concept artists, not even comic book writers. And this one guy created Maul with the long horns and the legs, and
Yep.
he had him like tracking Obi-Wan
For
you know,
years.
for years until he found him. And then Obi-Wan like he sees Maul shows up at the Lars homestead,
Yeah.
right? And Owen, right?
yeah.
Uncle
Lars,
Owen.
yeah. Starts
Owen
shooting.
like starts shooting him, and he blocks out of the way. And Obi-Wan rises from the sands.
Yeah.
He's like under the sand. It's so fucking awesome.
Like he's always nearby watching Luke.
And they're fighting. He's about ready to kill Obi-Wan.
Well, he's got his saber up to his head turned
Yeah.
off, and then he has this flashback remembering the pain of the Sith.
Yeah.
And then Uncle Owen shoots him in the head.
Owen Lars kills Darth
Oh.
Maul.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And
And he's like-
he's telling him, "Get the fuck out of there."
Yeah.
Okay, all right, but I mean,
Spoiler alert.
spoiler. Yeah, after we're done, I don't want to see exactly that, but I would like to see Obi-Wan again.
I like to see some
Yeah.
kind of other motivation of Maul. He said, well, why is he looking for...
He's looking for hope. Like,
Has
Hey,
this
Hope.
been his whole mission since he was in there in the end of last season? Was he after the Sith Holocron
To
for
get-
the same reason?
I would imagine. I mean, if the Holocron, we know that the Holocron can power that temple. I don't know what the hell the temple was doing.
Yeah. I mean, I guess since he came back in Clone Wars, the whole, like, 2 things he's been after has just been vengeance
Yeah.
on Palpatine
Yeah,
and then on Obi-Wan, right?
pretty much.
That's
I mean, well, he's
old.
old. I think Darth Maul is a Sith that has been misplaced. I think he's looking for his own.
I think his
Place,
ambitions
you
are
know?
much smaller now.
I think he was stuck on Malachar for a very long time. He definitely, he can definitely tell now. He absolutely was hiding the fact that he was acting old last season, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah, of course he gets out and starts fighting and everything like that, but Yoda can do that.
Yeah.
But he's still a feeble old man. Maul is older in this, but he was
didn't
very,
act-
he was
yeah.
very like
he's,
straight.
he's,
and
he's
he
almost
seemed fine.
60.
Yeah, he's the same age as Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think of his new CrossFit outfit?
CrossFit outfit.
He's got that like T-shirt. It kind of looks like a guy who wears that
Oh.
trains CrossFit.
It's similarly themed to his previous wear, I think.
Yeah, it definitely looks more. It looks like athletic gear to me. Like you go to like a sports shop and get. It's kind of what it looks like to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of wish he was wearing like some kind of like tassel or like
Movie
his classic 3-pronged skirt that he wore in episode 1.
Oh, yeah,
Would be
yeah.
kind of cool, but it's probably easier to do this too.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I saw a lot of mirroring of, things from the trilogies. The cave, kind of like Dagobah,
of course.
taking the weapon, kind of like Yoda took his weapon.
Well, Yoda just asks him like your weapons, you don't need them, and then looks like
Yeah,
he
fuck
puts,
it.
Just
he
puts his belt on.
He goes anyway.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna take him anyway.
Kanan's just like, you're not getting it.
The word virgins is quite, they talked about a virgins in the
A
Force.
Virgins to Force is Anakin.
Yep.
This is a Virgins like. It's almost like when they say Virgins, it's like something mystical or holy. Like Anakin is like given to us from the Force. He's a Virgins.
Yeah.
This thing is like. It's like a genie in a bottle, Like it'll grant any wish, or
Yeah,
not any wish, but
vision
it'll
or
show
any-
you anything you need. Like, so what? It's not information that is in those holocrons, right? Or is it?
I mean, I think it's like I think those together.
I think
it's
it's giving you like a telephone call to the Force.
yeah, it's like reaching out to the Force
Yeah.
to give you an answer.
It's very interesting.
But can you do that more than once?
I don't know.
Like those
I think
those
you see the-
holocrons were still left.
Yeah,
I
they
think
can like
you-
the Dragon
I think
Balls,
you
they
just
turn
need
into
to-
stone, they fly off.
For a
Yeah,
year.
yeah, but they didn't do that. They didn't like. I was waiting for like after that happened.
I think
for
it
them to
got
be
interrupted.
destroyed. Is that what happened? They got interrupted.
I
Maybe?
think it got interrupted. Yeah.
I
So
don't know.
so essentially, if that still works, then Kanan and Ezra could use that again, because Ezra's been able to manipulate the Sith holocron.
Yeah.
And if Kanan can manipulate the Jedi holocron, they could do that for
They
themselves.
could, but the bendu, it almost sounded like he warned against it. Actually, he didn't really warn against it. He just like, be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I
It was
don't
like-
figure out a plot device to why they can't do it again.
Well,
True,
maybe.
but also the bendu, like even if he's like, just be careful, he's not necessarily gonna like Yoda would probably be like, don't do that.
yeah.
You know, bendu,
He's in the middle.
He's in the middle. He doesn't really. He might be like, yeah, you could be okay and you could not be okay. Just be careful. You know.
Yeah.
So it might be, I don't know. The fact that Kanan could see while it was happening,
That's
it was like
cool.
an explosion of the Force.
It was like fucking when Neo was blind and he could fucking see in
Yeah.
the Matrix.
Yeah, and he saw all the numbers and just
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it was really neat.
It's
So
interesting. It's certainly it's felt new to me, like it's a new thing that the Force is actually being exposed in a way. I don't
Did-
know, like what? Because like the idea that you can just see anything that you want to know, that it seems foreign and it seems fresh. I just don't know if I love it or not.
well, I was gonna say like, did they not have Jedi and Sith holocrons together ever in the past?
I mean, knowing the Jedi in the past, they might like straight up outlaw that. You know, the Jedi, the old order of the
The Old Republic.
well, not just only the old Republic, but like Yoda's Jedi.
Yeah.
You know, Yoda even admits like we were wrong. You know,
In the book, yeah.
like well in the book, but it's also meant to it's meant to be implied that those Jedi were so strict that that's one of the reasons they fell. You know, is because they were so set in their ways that they couldn't use the Force, they couldn't see the future, and maybe they would outlaw using holocrons that way.
Maybe.
You know,
So I was just wondering, like, why would they have never done that before? You know,
I don't know.
if they wanted to know who the chosen one was or how the balance of the Force was going to work, they could have just
Yeah.
put those together and saw who it was.
That,
you know?
I mean, hell, something like that could be a prophecy.
yeah.
That someone could have put two holocrons together. They see that, and that's the prophecy of the chosen one, and they say it's this great Jedi that will destroy the Sith. You know, and hell, they're looking for the same thing. Where do
Yeah,
they
well-
go? Tatooine.
well, I love
Where
that.
was Anakin from? Tatooine.
Yeah. Well, I love that they're like, I want to know how to kill the Sith, how to
Yeah.
destroy the Sith. Well, Luke destroyed the Sith, right? With working with Darth Vader, basically, right?
Did he, or did Darth Vader destroy the Sith?
I mean, they needed Luke to do it.
yeah,
If Luke wouldn't have been there, Darth Vader would still be a thing. You know what I mean?
that's true. But like, we could talk about this all
Yeah.
day. But like, is Luke the actual chosen one, or is Anakin?
Lucas has
Did
said a
Luke
couple times
Did Luke save Anakin from Vader in order for Anakin to destroy the Sith?
he redeemed Anakin, allowing Anakin to fulfill his destiny.
Yeah. Well, either way,
But Luke
though,
was an ingredient to that, but I think it was
in
still
order
Anakin.
to destroy the Sith, either way, Luke is still a part of that they needed to implement, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I think that him looking for the way to destroy the Sith, and then him looking for, I guess, Obi-Wan,
Yeah.
and then seeing twin sons, like whose vision was being foretold there. And I also really like that Darth Maul said, "I'm looking for hope," and you were like, "Oh, a new hope," and I was like, "The only hope," because
Yeah.
Leia was like, "Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're our only hope."
Yeah.
I was
yeah.
like, "Oh, I like that."
I do like that. Because you could, just like the prophecy of the chosen one, you can interpret that in many ways. They were
Yeah.
looking for the key to destroying the Sith. Who holds the key, or who is protecting a key that will destroy the Sith? Luke could be a key that
Yeah.
destroys the
So then
Sith
Obi-Wan's
because he
protecting it.
unlocks Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Fuck, I love Star Wars.
So Obi-Wan's protecting that key then right now, so maybe they're both looking for Obi-Wan.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's
this is
awesome.
a
Well, this
good
made
fucking
me,
episode.
yeah, honestly, because it left some questions. Like,
Yeah.
I think there's obviously something else darker that Ezra was starting to see that he wasn't supposed to see.
Yeah.
I don't know what that. That's my question. Is what was that?
Well, I was thinking like, are they looking for the same thing? But
I wonder.
he seems pretty happy that he is finding Obi-Wan.
I wonder what
guess.
else he was seeing though, because he said about other planets
Other
and stuff like
planets
that. Like,
and
was he
stuff.
maybe seeing?
And that
like,
reminded me of
they-
when Luke was upside down meditating, and Yoda was saying like other places, the past.
Friends long gone.
Yeah. It made me think of that.
When he was seeing Han being tortured.
Leia.
maybe. I was just wondering, if, like, maybe was he seeing like Dagobah because of Yoda? Was he seeing Alderaan because of Leia? You know, like what else was he seeing?
I mean, he could have been seeing, the rebels from all over the galaxy. He could be seeing fucking.
You think we'll ever see? You think
Force
we'll see
Awakens
Yoda?
or
You think we'll
something.
see Yoda?
We've seen Yoda last season
Mm-hmm.
You will see him like you think
This season?
You think they'll go fucking see him?
at Dagobah. I don't know. I think that he needs to stay exiled and away from everything.
But I like his connection through
Yeah,
the Force to
exactly.
communicate. But
Specifically through that Jedi temple.
Yeah.
Is the one times we've seen him. But it would be cool to see Obi-Wan because with the idea of seeing Obi-Wan also comes the idea of hearing Qui-Gon.
yeah,
You
true.
know? I'll be so excited if that's there. I just, in the back
That
of
was
my
so
head...
cool how Liam Neeson came back in the
Yeah.
Clone Wars too. Well, he came back again.
I know.
I'd
I'm
love
saying in the back of my head, like, is there a place for Ezra and Kanan during the movies?
Like, are they gonna be dead by
Like,
the
will
time
they
episode
survive? You know,
4 comes
because
out?
there's the whole thing like, well, you know, Luke is the last Jedi, he's the first in the new Jedi, or there's only Leia's left, there's only one Hope left. I don't know. I mean, in old canon, there were definitely Jedi still out there.
Yeah.
They just weren't capable of fighting the Emperor and Vader.
With
You know?
there is another thing though. Maybe she's the only other one that could really reach Vader
Yeah.
the way Luke could reach Vader. You know.
Yeah.
So like Kanan can't reach and Ezra can't reach that same way.
I mean, what did Yoda and Obi-Wan do? They didn't take these kids and try to train them to be the best Jedi in the world. They put them with loving families.
They allowed them to
You
grow
know,
up.
and that's what they knew Anakin needed. I guess I don't even know if they knew what they were doing, but what they did was perfect.
Yeah.
I love this episode because it brought up all of these conversations and questions.
Yeah.
Well, I liked you were talking about like them going in the cave and stuff. I just like Bendu is like every time they come up across with anything, he's always teaching.
He's
Teaching something with every.
I don't know what he does all day, but when he has company, he seems like
I wonder what a conversation
Yeah.
between him and Maul would go like. Would he guide him just like he guides the Jedi if he's truly balanced?
I imagine he would act the same way because he's in such balance. And I wonder if he came before the spiders or if the spiders were attracted by him.
I don't know.
Or he could have even fucking learned from those
Well, I wonder
things.
how old he
Because the
is.
spiders, like, they're talking, like, this is the third time we've seen him, or how many times we've seen him now.
Yeah.
The spiders seem like they are almost like the Force. Like, if you breathe fear into it, fear will be brought back. Anger into it, anger goes back.
Mhm.
If you're neutral, they're fine, you know?
Yeah.
I wonder if, like, the bendu, it's not an accident that these two, that him and these spiders are there together. I wonder if he's, like, attracted to that idea. They're like the ultimate
Well,
teaching aid.
I think that those owls are attracted to him.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we still don't know anything about what those owls are.
We do not.
Maybe a lot of the stuff on the planet has just grown accustomed to the Force, and they're just like they just have all learned to work with it.
Where
you know?
did they learn about this planet?
I can't remember.
Did the droid, the droid that defected, didn't he give him that planet? Or no? Yeah, he did. Didn't he?
Oh, the Alan Rickman.
the Alan
droid?
Rickman droid. I haven't seen him for a while either.
I like the Alan Rickman droid.
Yeah, I
He's
know.
awesome, and he joined the group. He gave
Yeah.
him something, but what did he give him?
I thought he gave him, like, they were looking for
A new base.
a new base.
It might have been.
Okay. They happen to get, their base just happens to be where all this great stuff that helps out their current storyline is, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at least it's not Lothal. So.
Exactly.
I really liked within the teaching that they had when they were in the cave, the Ezra saying about being sorry for
Mhm.
what he did, and then Kanan telling him, you need to forgive yourself.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yes, master. I just like that. Like he's not. He has some dark side to him, but he's not there.
No.
He's not crazy or nothing. So
No, I agree. It's all about trying. I mean, do both of them seem to be going more towards a balance rather than just straight light side or straight dark side?
I think so.
It's interesting.
I mean, I
I
think-
the Jedi are no more. I mean, they keep calling themselves Jedi, but they're not necessarily. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I can be a Doughboys employee, but if there's no Doughboys, then I'm just eating pizza, doing nothing.
Hell, you always be Doughboy to me.
Where'd Maul get these awesome droids?
I know. I wrote that down too. Were they in his ship? That he
I mean,
stole?
I don't like. I first thought that was the ship they took from the Inquisitor, but it seemed a lot bigger.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
I don't think it was- I
The,
think
the
it was
ship he stole
different.
from the Inquisitor was like a TIE fighter.
Look like
Yeah.
the thing that Han was driving around in Episode
Yeah.
7.
Like I thought at first, I thought it was like one of the like Jedi Starfighter type ships.
Yeah.
Because it kind of resembled that
Yeah, but
more.
that,
like,
even that was bigger though.
yeah, that was much bigger.
Hmm.
It was bigger than both the Episode 2 and Episode 3 versions of the Jedi.
So he got a new
Starfighter.
ship, and he has these droid sentries. He's working alone. Sorry. I appreciated the little thing where they were talking about him and Sabine.
Yeah.
Like, I'm Mandalore, you know.
Yeah.
I wonder if we'll get more of that. Like, will he ever try to go back to that?
I wonder if she's aware
now that
of
he's
that.
off. Now that he's off Malachor, because it seems like he was stranded on Malachor for a while.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like.
Yeah.
Unless he was just there for a long time and he was just trying to search and find that.
Yeah.
And then he's just waiting for someone to come.
I mean, it makes sense why we haven't seen him all this time.
Yeah.
He was stuck on this dark side
Was
planet.
he stuck there, or was he waiting on someone else? Because he couldn't reach it himself, you know?
It could be a couple things. It could just be that he got there wanting to find this, and then he realized that he couldn't, and then he got stuck. Or it could be like Yoda. Yoda went to Dagobah that has that dark side nexus, and inside that he can hide. Maybe Maul thought he could hide from the Emperor in there, and now that he's out, and he realizes that there's Ezra. That was one of my questions too. Like, did Maul always have this plan for Ezra? Does he ever really want him to be his apprentice, or was he setting him up so that they would be at both the same spot to be able to try to grant their knowledge wish?
Yeah.
He wants to use him.
Yeah, he seems to have a fascination with Ezra. Is it just because he
could
can't
use
find
him.
any other Force sensitives?
Yeah. I mean, he was taking his brother as an apprentice.
Yeah.
I mean,
Why is he so attached to
okay.
Ezra? Just because he showed up whenever he was stuck on that
But
planet?
he just sees a good opportunity.
Yeah.
He senses a connection. He senses like a thirst.
Where did he make a new saber? You think?
That's the same one he had, I think.
It's the same one he had from last season, but
okay.
it's he was just using his old
Like half
of his saber, but
this one ignites
is-
both sides,
yeah.
but it's as big
And
as like a single
It's also
blade.
shorter. I don't like that. I like the longer ones that are double bladed.
Well, all of the double blades are like single. Like the spinning ones were all like a single hilt.
yeah,
size
it
blade.
had that like circle thing on it. And
Yeah,
stuff.
but it was no
Oh.
bigger than like just a single hilt, you know?
We're done with those. I want to talk about.
What? Hey, they acted like there was more Inquisitors.
I don't think so.
Well, there was a seventh brother or whatever, and
Yeah.
the fifth sister. Like, there's got to be more.
I thought they
somewhere.
were just talking last season that like they were trying to get closer to episode 4, so they're trying to get rid of the red blades, right?
Maybe.
I think there's still so much to know about those
Yeah.
guys, though.
I said it before, but I really enjoyed like with this, like in Clone Wars when Maul showed up, I wasn't worried about Obi-Wan dying
Yeah.
because he has to be in episode 4.
But when he's fighting these guys,
Yeah, as I talked before about stakes in this show, as opposed
Yeah.
to Clone Wars, the crew could die at any time, but
Mhm.
with this one, the good guy or the bad guys could die.
Yeah.
Like either way, you know. And I like that. Like when he pushed Kanan out, like Kanan could just die right there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, shit. But
Okay.
I enjoy that. I enjoy that so much more than, like, it was fun seeing Anakin like be in the Clone Wars and see what happened during
Of
the Clone
course.
Wars.
Well,
But-
especially Anakin. He was the hero in that
Yeah,
show.
exactly.
Except for like when he's beating up that one guy, Magnum and Padme. I mean, he was just beating the hell out
And
of that
fucking
guy.
What's his name?
Yeah.
Watambor?
Yeah.
When
But-
he's just choking his ass.
Yeah.
There's something about like having a new group in the Star Wars universe that like
Has
anyone could
stakes.
die. Like in Rogue One,
Oh, of course.
the main character there, like
Jyn
she's
Erso.
not in episode 4. You
Yeah.
know, she could die at the end of it. I don't know. But
They
I
all
like
could.
I like that. I like having like not knowing rather than just being like, well, they're not gonna die. They're not gonna die. They're not gonna die. So
But they could all die or they could all live. I
Yeah.
mean,
There could be a sequel movie that takes place between 4 and 5.
they're really
yeah,
good.
exactly. Yeah, I just like not knowing what could happen as opposed
Have
to like,
you
well,
guys
I know this
heard
couldn't happen.
Of the white bearded rebel on Endor in the Battle of Endor.
Mm-hmm.
There's a white bearded, like bald rebel that's caught like from the stormtroopers, like when they're all doing this or something.
Well,
And-
he's first seen whenever Han does that.
Yeah.
And then runs
Yeah.
around the corner.
That
he's
guy?
sitting there in the front with like his gun, and then he sets it down and he heads over to the stormtrooper. And
There-
then, supposedly he puts on the armor, and then you
Yeah.
see him later on like this.
There's a very real possibility that could be retconned as Rex. Because Dave Filoni's actually talked about it now.
Huh.
Yeah, I saw a thing about that.
So Rex could survive until the Battle of Endor and the rebellion. And we just never really
I was
see
seeing
him.
a thing where like about
That'd be
age,
pretty cool.
age
Yeah.
could about work out with the way that clones age
Yeah.
and everything, and he
And he
already
kinda
has
looks
the white
like him, yeah.
beard, and that guy kind of looks about the same.
I mean, it's not an old Tamir Morrison, but still.
Yeah, and it was like, why would you have this old guy on this battle anyway?
Yeah.
But if he was like very
If he was
intelligent and like
Captain
guerrilla
Rex,
warfare and all this other stuff, like it could be someone. Like, it could be him.
Yeah.
And you know what?
And
You
him
don't-
putting on the stormtrooper outfit,
Yeah.
he knows those. He knows the codes because he
Mhm.
said before with Kanan that's
Yep.
how he made most of the codes up.
Mhm.
So like he'd be a perfect person to impersonate a stormtrooper.
I love that. He doesn't require any extra. You don't have to go in and like change his face or voice or anything. He's just a guy in the back
Yeah, and it's just
that I never thought of, but if
Yeah.
it was, I would love that guy every time I saw that movie.
yeah. Apparently,
Like a movie from how many years ago would change.
like he has
Forever.
a legacy name,
Yeah.
which isn't anywhere close, but he was there for being like a professional like strategist and guerrilla
Yeah.
warfare like attacker. So like that could easily fit for like Rex.
Yeah.
So it's really
Anyway,
neat
that would
idea.
be cool.
I love
But
that.
just like that, we could see Kanan and Ezra. We could just look in the background of Rogue One, and there's our team just walking in the back.
Yeah.
Or the ship. The Ghost. It could happen.
I thought it'd be kind of cool if, honestly, they got the data to where they needed to go, and then Vader captured them all and just decapitated them
That
all.
could very well happen too.
What?
If they give it to Leia and then they're
Then they
like,
just all die?
I mean, it could happen.
Yeah.
What would be neat is if like they get rescued. And they get on the rescue ship and it flies away and you never see anybody, but it's the ghost they get on and it
just
flies away.
Chopper just comes out and
That's all you hear.
That's the end.
And then they're in the fucking, and then they're in like season 5 of
Yeah.
Rebels.
That would be so cool.
Now, I mean, speaking of that, that's what I wanted to get to. Like, I haven't really thought too much of where this season's going, but now with the possibility of Obi-Wan, there could also be a possibility of seeing a huge tie-in to Rogue One, because we're in the same...
This would be a prequel, though.
This would be a prequel to that, but we could see Saul Guerrera, who is being played by Forrest Whitaker, who appeared in the Clone Wars.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they've given him that name and that backstory. The
What if-
Onderon
What if
trilogy.
Ip Man or whatever showed up? What's his name?
IP Man? I don't know the character's name yet.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Like,
we could
when
just
he
see
showed up.
those guys, you know? I mean, there's no reason not to.
Yeah.
That was a great, wonderful episode
Mm-hmm.
of
I didn't
Rebels.
expect to see Maul already.
I didn't either, but I'm glad I loved
It was
it.
a good episode. Loved it. Yeah.
I was legitimately terrified when he was out in space blind. You know, like, I can't imagine how terrible that would be, because, you know, he has to concentrate to be able to see stuff, and when you're just,
Tumbling.
you ain't concentrating at all, you know? Okay, poll. Okay, poll for this week, though. Do you expect to see Obi-Wan Kenobi in Season 3 of Star Wars Rebels?
I'll say yes.
I was going to say no before this episode, but with this episode, I can see it happening, and I'm excited.
Next season.
Well, Aaron, poll is for this season, so I say yes this season. Shane?
I think yes, yeah.
I say next season.
Aaron
so
says no. All right, but that's what we think. We want to hear what you guys think. Make sure you're going to...
He's been wrong every time so far.
Yep, go to patreon.com/blindwave and check out the polls there. And you started this, right?
Yeah.
You finish it.
All right, and then while you're here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Check the description box where you can find lots of links to other Blind Wave things.
And since we're in the Twitch studio, make sure you guys are going to Twitch where Aaron streams stuff.
Yeah, we got Screen Stream this month.
Yep.
Scary games. It's going to be scary. I don't want to do it. Go blind.net. Where there's nothing back there. Hey,
What's that?
go to blindwave.net.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Where we've got shirts and stuff.
We do have shirts and stuff.
Until
Not
next
that
time,
bad.
I'm Aaron.
I'm Shane.
I'm Eric.
We'll see you guys later. Eric. Oh, Shane's in there.
That's good.